What up, MetaZoo Maniacs? So today we're going to go over some eBay sales that ended as of February 25th, 2024. And kind of the theme of this video, and just the theme of MetaZoo right now, is anything you buy right now, you probably can't sell for any less than what you picked it up for. So this is maybe close to the bottom of the dip of the market we're going to get to. Because literally anything you see in this video, if you were to resell it in a week, 2 weeks, a year from now, I doubt it would sell for less than what you're seeing in this video. But we'll find out. Maybe things are going to dip more. But you wouldn't lose much money. If anything, you could probably sell a lot of this for more. Not long from now and in the future. But we'll see. I mean, this is dirty dirt cheap. So we're going to start with the Mothman X-Fractor. Off-center, $2.25. Next we have Mothman, the regular artwork. Off-center, $3.25. And then we have Mothman regular refractor for 99 cents. That is going to be a PSA 5 or less. And I mean, these are all sold by the same seller. So if the same person picked up all three of these and got combined shipping, these would be good binder copies. This is not, this is a pretty good deal if you're just looking to collect the cards. Next we have Rose Robinson, 40 bucks, one bid. Next, I need everyone that's listening, I need your help. I love Rudy promos, I have them all, but I don't understand what's going on with Totally Not a Timmy. So PSA 5 in auction sold for $42.99. It's a PSA 5. I don't know what's so special about this. I mean, let's take a look here. Since Valentine's Day, Rudy like Totally Not a Timmy, that same card as a PSA 10, sold for 35 bucks. But then the same day it sold for $55. And then 3 days later it sold for $100. And then on February 21st, PSA 10 Rudy Totally Not a Timmy sold for $124. So what is up with this card? Why is it drastically going up in value? And I'm even more confused because if you look at the PSA Pop report for Rudy Totally Not a Timmy right over here, that PSA 5, there's only one PSA 5, but there's 105 PSA 10s. There's more PSA 10s of this Rudy promo card than any of the other Rudy promo cards. But yet, it's starting to spike in value. And why is that? I don't understand this at all. Like, is it because it says Totally Not a Timmy? And people love that concept of calling people Timmies? Like, let's take one more look. You can see right here, Valentine's Day, 35, 55, 100, 124, and a PSA 5 is selling for 43 bucks, which is more than a PSA 10 did less than 2 weeks ago. Why is that? Next, we have some auctions up in Canada. I mean, if you think stuff's cheap from MetaZoo in the United States, come up to Canada and you'll see some craziness. So, you get a UFO booster box, spellbook, release event box, and 4 blisters for $36 Canadian. That's $26 American. This would be a fun rip, man. 26 bucks? Why not? Next we have Wilderness. You get a booster box, spellbook, release event box, and like some poker cards, and the Walmart promo box. I mean, $15 American, $20 Canadian. Steal of a deal. Same seller, Jim to the Jones. I like that name. Seance package. I mean, $24 American, $33 Canadian. You get a booster box, spellbook, release event box, and 4 blisters. That's just a fun rip. And then you have Nightfall, $48 American, $66 Canadian. Booster box, spellbook. The spellbook's worth $1 in my mind. Release event box, poker deck, and the poker, you get 10 promo cards in there. I mean, can't go wrong. That's excellent value. Next, Escaped Alien. You know the guy on YouTube is the guy from outer space wearing gloves, opening up cards. I don't know how he does it, but I was bidding on this auction, and this is a huge, in a good way, it's a good problem to have in MetaZoo. There's so many Grail cards and crazy high-end cards going for sale at the same time that the money's being spread thin, you know, among all the collectors and investors, and ultimately these Grails are going for a lot cheaper than they normally would. I mean, I was bidding on this, but I didn't go any farther than $137.50 because there's other things I wanted to pick up, and I just don't have money for everything, right? Plus, I do own this card already, but $137.50 for Rudy Claus, PSA 10. Not an easy card to come across, and this card raw used to sell for near around $1,000 bucks. So whoever bought that got one hell of a deal. Next is another auction from Jim to the Jones. I picked this up. MetaZoo Menace bought this. And now anyone that watched Nick Strength and Pokemon's video, you know, he's opening up the poker cards and he's getting the regular holo, but he wants that crazy, fantastic MetaZoo special foil. Now, especially if Nick Strength and Pokemon's watching this is what you want to look for. You want to buy the poker decks that have this MetaZoo special wrap around the, you know, for the wrapping. It says MetaZoo, MetaZoo, MetaZoo all over the place here. Those are the decks you want to look for. Not the ones with the star, not the ones with the regular plastic wrap. You want the ones with the special MetaZoo wrapping. And those will have the crazy special holo foil. And these decks are so hard to find. I haven't seen another one on eBay. But I found one in this lot. So I was very happy to win this for $45 Canadian for all this. And plus the 10 promo packs in here. $33 American. I think that was a steal of a deal. Next we have a card that I still want in my collection. First edition Gingerbread Man. I probably would have won this auction, but I live in Canada and they do not ship to Canada, so I could not bid on it. But $55, even if I can get a raw version of this card, I'd be happy. But yeah, the Gingerbread Man. I mean, to me this is like Bloody Mary. It's one of those things when you grow up, everyone has heard of the Gingerbread Man. Everyone's heard of Bloody Mary. I mean, this is just awesome. So whoever picked that up for 55 bucks, I am jealous. Here's a pretty sweet card. I mean, 330 bucks, that's a bit of money, but I think that was a good deal considering it's a 1/1 Super Fractor Dingbell. Like, that's just a badass card. Like, that just looks good. It's already graded. The grade doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it's a good grade, but it's a 1/1. 330 bucks? Oh no. My favorite card in Wilderness. What's happening, awful? $1.25? And this is the eBay edition. I don't care what anyone says. That artwork is sweet. Who made this? Probably Poncho? Yeah, Poncho as usual. I mean, when I open up Wilderness and I see the number 16, I am just like, oh shit, that's awful. Like, this is awesome. Whoever's picking up cards like this for $1.25, steal of a deal, without a doubt. Here we have some Kickstarter sealed theme decks. Pretty cool. $52. Next we have Alpha Iceman for $86. Sealed Kickstarter theme deck. As well we have Hopkinsville Goblin King. $62. I mean, each one of these theme decks you do get a full holo Kickstarter card of these characters that you see on the theme deck, and that's the only way you can get them. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you do get a pretty cool and rare Kickstarter card in there. And for these prices, why not? I would leave it sealed though. Very good collectibles item. Next, holy shit. Someone help me out here. $910. I know it's a playtester card, but I mean, this is selling for way more than sample cards now. I mean, Gem Mint 10, good grade. All of them are in good condition though, but it's Snipe. I mean, if this was Prismora, I would even be shocked by $910. Why was this $910? That is insane. I mean, clearly a lot of people wanted it. It does not ship to Canada, but I mean, holy moly, $910. Why did this sell for $910? I'm not saying it's not a good card and that it's not valuable, but $910? That's selling for more than Kickstarter full holo PSA 10 Mothman. It's selling for more than anything right now. That's crazy. It's selling for more than even Revived Mothman. Like, why was this so much? I believe there's like 10 different box toppers. So you get 6 of them. Plus, I mean, I'd say this is the best one. Besides Stained Glass, a nameless token. For 51 bucks, that's an incredibly good deal. Here we have a first edition booster box in auction that ended for $115. Here a Chaos Crystal reverse holo, not graded, just raw, $33.55. And a full holo Kickstarter Chaos Crystal for $51. This was an auction I had my eyes on, but there's just too many other things that I'm looking at. I just couldn't shill out $109 on this, but Jackalope sample card. This is pretty badass. Well, here's a steal of a deal. 2022 MetaZoo Christmas ornament set. It's sealed, so it has all the promo cards, everything inside, all the ornaments for 20 bucks. That was a good deal. Here we have the native Gala box. I mean, these were originally selling for $100 a long time ago. Well, last year, less than a year ago. 36 bucks. Here's a unique card that you don't see often in the auctions. MetaZoo Bigfoot Sketch Chrome Art Card by Afton, 1 of 1. I mean, cool. Unique. I mean, for 22 bucks, why not? Hey, we're on to some Argos Anonymous auctions. We got so much stuff to sell, so let's see how it's doing. So 12 second edition booster boxes for $242.50. Here we have 20 second edition spell books. I mean, there's no blue ink possibility in there. For $72.55 though, why not? Here we have 144 Wilderness Blister Packs, $202.50. Here we have 144 Nightfall Blisters, $278. Next we have UFO, 144 blisters, $207. Another steal of a deal. Here we have Seance, 144 blisters, $232. And here I would consider the biggest steal of a deal. I mean, native, we all know, is a lot more short printed. 144 blisters of native for 245 bucks. Here we have 144 blister packs with Hero Quest 2.0, $250. I'd rather have any of those core sets that we just saw over this. Here we have 12, this always blows my mind, the NFT boxes. The NFT boxes are no different than regular boxes, but yet they sell for more. Except for Seance. The Seance NFT boxes, without a doubt, are a good pickup because they're not mappable. But I mean, these UFO NFT boxes, 12 of them sold for $366. Next, I figured we'd look at some of the chibi Friendors from Chromie's Cryptic Carnival. Like the cards that are in, this card is like impossible to pull. So on February 5th, it went for 90 bucks. 2 of them sold in a lot in an auction for $87. And then one individually sold on February 25th for 80 bucks. So that's pretty cheap compared to how insanely hard that is to pull. Next, we have the Loveland Frogman Caster Cup jersey promo. So raw, it sold for $69, but graded as a PSA 10. Man, I should have scooped this one up. This is something I really want in my collection. So you can see right here, it sold for a best offer, 150 bucks. PSA 10, and it's authentic auto. I mean, it's got Mike Waddell's signature on there, but the important signature is Kelsey's right here with the doodle. I mean, that's a nice card. That is definitely a nice card to have in the collection. 150 bucks, not a bad pickup at all. Here we have some recent sales of Invisible Ink from the 30th anniversary promo set. I mean, January 30th, it was selling for about $15, then $40, and then best, fixed price offer or whatever for 45 bucks. I mean, we all know UFO is totally crashed into the ground, but even one of the best cards you could pull out of the box, if you're lucky, $1.25 for Men in Black. Yeah, Neutrality Totality sold for $5.24. Same seller sold another one for $5.74. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of the same seller in Moto shops. I sold a Prismora for $12.50. Then another one ended in auction for $20. And another Prismora ended for $17.50. And this actually surprises me a lot. It's the partner stamped full hollow MetaZoo Argos Earth Aura. So someone received this. I have 2 of these. I'm not going to sell them. I think it's cool as shit that I got something from Argos, right? $2.25. What? I mean, Argos. Meanwhile, Catch 'em All Collectibles is selling his damaged. He used a stamp to stamp his whatever he did for 20 bucks. He was selling these for. Argos sold for $2.25. I would say this is the steal of the week. There are a lot of people watching this video right now that would love to have an Argos stamped, Earth Aura from Native. These cards are beautiful, and it's from Argos. Next we have second anniversary promo, sold for $3.25. Here's a steal of a deal. MetaZoo Caster's Cup sealed pack and card lot. So you get the sealed pack from Collecticon, which to me is going to be legendary. To have any of these cards or even a sealed pack, $26. And all these cards, as you can see here, have the Caster Cup stamp on them. I mean, they're not the best cards in the world, but for 26 bucks, you even got some full hollows up here, and you get a sealed pack as well for $26. Steal of a deal. And now we're on to the grails. We're always going to end with some, Kickstarter, Mothman related stuff. So, yeah, it's going up a little bit. It was dipping below 600. Now we're back up to 635. in auction for a PSA 10 Kickstarter full hollow Mothman. So if this card as a PSA 10, the best card you could pull is selling for $635, let's see how much sealed product is going for. Because ultimately, if this is cheap, the sealed product has got to be cheap. So we have a Kickstarter box that's sold. Let's document it. February 25th, 2024 for $950. So it's creeping up a little bit, but I mean, I'd rather buy the PSA 10 full hollow Kickstarter Mothman than even this box. I mean, some people ask me how much would you have, how low would these boxes have to get for me to buy one of these? I'd say around $400 to $500. And the reason why is because the best card, and you're not guaranteed to pull a Mothman, definitely not. But if you don't pull that Mothman out of here, shoot, even if you do pull the Mothman out of here and get it graded as a PSA 10, which you got to pay for grading fees, that card's only selling for $635. And the Kickstarter spellbook is selling for $261, where you get 10 packs in there, plus the promo card. So $300, where you got the Mothman Kickstarter full hollow and Sam Sinclair for $300. You could buy that spellbook for $261, or if you saw this auction or this listing, you can get the best card in the set and arguably in the top 5 card of the set, Sam Sinclair, for $300. Right? If you buy that spellbook for $261, you're probably not going to get both of this. You might, but you're not guaranteed. And even with the booster box for $950, you're not guaranteed to get these cards. So buying this for $300, I think this was a really good pickup. Whoever bought this is probably jumping up and down. Here's something I don't understand. So this is just a Chessie PSA 10 first edition. It's not Kickstarter. I mean, they wanted $80 for it, and somehow it was sold for $50. It's a PSA 10 first edition, not Kickstarter Chessie. How did that sell for $50? That's amazing. Whoever sold that, congratulations, because that card should be worth like $10. And at the end of our video today, we're going to go over some Hello Kitty, well, 2 Hello Kitty cards. So one in auction sold for $208.50. Hello Kitty is taking a beating in the market right now for the MetaZoo cards. I mean, it's graded as PSA 9. The auto is a 10, which is cool. But only $208, these are coming down a lot. And even a Hello Kitty PSA 10, no autograph, $215. That was selling for $1,000, literally, what, 2-3 months ago? I mean, if you were patient and you waited, it's paying off now, because a Gem Mint 10 Hello Kitty for $215, I mean, raw copies were selling $300 to $400. And as an added bonus, let's check out the PSA Pop report for these Hello Kitty cards. Maybe that is affecting why these cards are going down in value. Maybe there's a lot graded as a PSA 10. So if we look down here in the middle, Hello Kitty, oh yeah, there's 103 sent in, and 71 of them are PSA 10, so there's quite a few. I mean, 71, I mean, when you consider how many people are into MetaZoo right now, 71's a pretty big number. And yeah, that's probably what's hurting the value a little, just because there are a lot of them. Hope you enjoyed the MetaZoo sales. Did you buy any of this? Did you sell any of this? Did you miss out on any of these auctions? I mean, comment below, let me know what you think. And we'll see you next week in the next MetaZoo eBay sales video. And I'm sure I'll have other videos during the week as well. So we'll see you then.